Hello and welcome to episode 6 of my Caesar 4 tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be on the Syracusa campaign, which is the first campaign non-tutorial. So we're going to click leave because that was the last one that we did. And we're going to do start new game. And now we're going to set our path on the Republic. So we finished the Kingdom, which is the tutorial. Now we're going to go to the Republic. So I shall keep the same name. Now there's two that you can choose from. This one, if you click on it, you'll see that it has to pacify the local Gauls. So there's combat involved. I want to first though go through all of the economical campaigns, and then I will do the other ones after that. Hopefully, providing there's still someone watching this series. Anyway, so we're going to do the Syracusa campaign. So I'm going to click that and start.
Rome's veteran legions and growing navy have brought us victory over Carthage, our puny southern foe. With this triumph, the islands between Italia and Africa fall into Rome's domain. Most importantly, the fertile island and province of Sicilia is added to the Republic. Governor, you are commanded to build a thriving city and port at Syracusae on Sicilia. A small and somewhat prosperous city is required of you. Sicilia is rich in farmland, and the plebs of Rome are ever demanding food of this humble government. Put the fertile land to good use and be ready to fulfill Rome's demands for grain.
Okay, so first of all, notice all of these requirements. Which is usually it was just 1 or 2 at max. Now it's all of there's 5 different requirements. Also pay heed to the fact that Rome is going to be demanding grain every now and again. So we're going to want more grain farms than our other food types. Anyway, let's begin. Okay, now so remember the first thing to do, of course, is to pause. Now notice the size of the map. Whilst not being that big, it is much bigger than the tutorials. Now I'm going to use this farmland over here for all of my foods and my manufactured goods, because in this campaign we won't be touching pottery. We're going to be doing olive oil and wool and clothing instead. So what we're going to need to do first of all is go to the Empire map and set up trade routes for the resources we want to trade. Now there are two, there's Apulia and Sardinia, which will both trade clothing. So we only need one of them, we don't need both. So I'll go with Sardinia simply because it offers 2 luxury goods. We won't be needing luxury goods in this campaign, so I'm just simply choosing this one for no particular reason. So I'll open the trade route. It's going to start draining our money, but that's okay. Okay, so if we look at Latium, they want wool and grain, which we definitely don't want to bother with because we're going to need to send grain to Caesar. So right, we only need Sardinia for the sake of this campaign. Right, so the first thing to do is to get the infrastructure set up, and of course it always starts with your water. So let's put down a pump house, and I'll pull it just there. Next we'll need a reservoir, and I will put the reservoir about there, I guess. Okay, let's run an aqueduct. Like so. Right, okay, now the next thing to do is to set up our housing. Now I need to be careful with the money all the time, but the first thing I like to do is lay out the structure, the road structure, which is the most important. Now this over here, I'm not intending to use this farmland, so what I want to do is use it for houses. And I want to try and use my space as best as I can. I really do not want to waste any of the space. So I will put down a crossroads like so. Okay, I'm not going that far that way just yet because I need to check where the farmland will get to. Okay, so the first thing we will want to do is build 7 small insulae. Notice normally I build 6, but for this map I'm going to start with 7 small insulae. And a little note to you. You know that the house is facing this way towards the camera. Okay, it doesn't matter whether the doors match up with the line up with the roads. I don't know if I've mentioned that or not, but for example, this small insulae is not facing the road behind it, but it doesn't matter, as you're going to see. So I'm going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I will do is run a road around that. Like so. And I will place my 7th house there. Okay, we are going to need 4 small domus. So 1, 2, and the other 2 can go here. Oops, what am I doing? Okay, now we're going to need 3 small villas. So where I want to place them is over here. I know this reservoir is going to probably give me some grief, but that doesn't matter. We'll deal with the problems as we get them. So what I will do is stretch that road to there and run it to there, and I will place my small villas here. So 1, and it is going to be, I'm really going to have to do the desirability because of that, but never mind. 2, and I really want 1 more, which I'll place there. Okay, right, so that's the housing for now put in place. What I'm now going to need, of course, is to do the fountain, which I normally forget, and then they all complain because they're dying of thirst. So let's do the fountain, which will go nicely in there. Okay, next, the most important, of course, is going to be our prefect office, because we don't want things collapsing and burning down, and our engineering post. Sorry, the prefect office is to stop fire, the engineer office is to stop collapse, and we are going to want a tax office. Hopefully the tax office will make it to, anyway, if it doesn't make it to the right buildings, it doesn't matter, I shall just redo it. Okay, now we need the food market next. That's the next important one. Again, what I will do is run a road. Always do roads around the buildings. You can make use of so much space that way. Oh, what am I doing? So let's run a road around there, and I try not to have too big gaps in the roads structure. So I try to have roads in between as much as I can. Right, okay, so next we need the markets, so let's do them. We're going to need a food market, we're going to need a basic goods market, and we're going to need a luxury market. We are not going to need an exotic goods yet. Let's run another road. Like so, there we go. Right, okay, so that's that done. Next, we are going to need to start doing the food structures. So You'll notice in the tutorials we only ever had one warehouse. Things are changed now. Now we need, three, talking about granaries for the food, we're going to need 3 granaries, and you will see why. So I will place 1, 2 and 3. What I will do is, you've guessed it, run a road around them. In fact, the road I will run all the way to there. Just got to be careful with the money. Run out of money, I've had it. Okay, so let's do that road, finish it going around that. Okay, now we will need also warehouses, but I'm going to finish with the food structures first. So okay, going to the food, we're going to start with the grain fields. For the grain fields, we are going to want we're going to want 4 to start with, and I'm going to want to make of use as much of this land as I can. So 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. Oh, there. Okay, so now I'm going to want 2 grain farms. It's a shame they don't fit there, but never mind. I shan't lose no sleep over that. Okay, but what I will do though is just put them here now. Let's check that's touching the road. Oh, actually I should have put a road around this. No, it doesn't matter. So there's our 2 grain farms. Next we are going to want, so that's grain, and bear in mind that the Emperor is going to be asking for shipments of grain, so we are going to eventually do a 3rd grain farm, but for now, because there's so many structures to build and all our plebs will be used up. Next we want a vegetable field, and we will just do 2 of these. So 1 and 2. So we'll have a vegetable farm. Next we will want 2 cattle pastures. And a cattle farm. Okay. Right, okay, next we will need to sort out the health, so we will need a bathhouse, which can very nicely, I'm hoping, go, oh look at that, isn't that typical? I'd have liked it to have gone there next to the reservoir. Ah, okay, well it actually can. What I'm going to have to do is destroy this bit of road. Like so. And now I should be able to fit the, no, I need to go 1 more. So the bathhouse now will go there, and you guessed it, I will run a road besides that. There we go. Okay, and we need a clinic. Okay, which, let's see, is there a nice place for me to put the clinic? Won't go there. Let's have it over here. Why not? There we go, there's our clinic. Okay, so that is our taxes done, our fires, collapse, our water, our health, our houses. The next thing to consider is our trading port. So if we go here, actually we won't do the trading port yet. Next we need to do our basic goods. The basic goods in this campaign will be olive oil and sheep farms to make clothing. So let's do 2 sheep pastures first of all. Sheep pastures are really big. Thankfully the oil ones are not. The olive farms, sorry, they're small, the olive groves. So we're going to have 1 and 2. Now I may do another 2 sheep fields, but for now I'm not going to have enough workers, so I'm doing it gradual step. Okay, so what I want to do now is to put a factory to process that wool into clothing, so I'm going to want a clothing factory, and I may as well face it this way. Okay, so you guessed it, that means another road. And I'll run this road all the way to the end. How are we doing for money? Yeah, it's still okay. Right, we want another clothing factory. In fact, we're going to want 3 clothing factories, but I will only do 2 for now because money really is tight at the beginning. Okay, now I need to have a warehouse for the clothing and wool. And I'm going to place the first warehouse here. I'm keeping it a little bit away from my houses, but not too far. Okay, so put that to nothing, and so I want to allow wool, and I want to allow clothing. I'll put to full. Okay, next we need to do olive oil, so we will go to here and we will do the 2 olive groves, which will fit very nicely just here. So 1 and 2, and we will want a olive farm which will go nicely there, and now we will want 2 olive oil factories, which again we will face this way. So this is another basic goods olive oil, just like the clothing is. So that's good. That will keep all the citizens happy, especially the plebs. That means these houses will evolve. Anyway, I better... Right, next thing to do is our temples. We do not want to anger the gods, which is why I placed down 4 of the small domuses. Did I do 4? I thought I did 4. I can see 2 there. Then I am probably... Oh, there you go. There's the other 2. So that's why I did 4 of them. So we need those temples, shrines. So let's fit them in next. Where would be the best place to put them? Well, really with temples it's best to dot them around your city. So we'll have a Jupiter just... Will it fit there? Oh, nice. We'll have a Jupiter just there. A Mars we will put over here. Mercury we will put over here. Ceres we can put here. And Bacchus we can have... Where should we put the Bacchus? Oh, there you go. Fits nicely there. Right, okay. The very last thing to do is the entertainment. So we will want a Actors Guild. Which, remember with the Actors Guild, doesn't matter where you place it. I'm not sure if it's going to catch on fire if I put it too far away, but then that's something we can all observe. I've got a lot of space to play with in this campaign, so I'll place it just there. Why not? Okay, right, so this was for the clothing. I now need to do another warehouse for the olive oil. So another warehouse just there. This one, set the orders, set that to 0. So olive oil to 16, olives, sorry, to 16, and the olive oil I'll put to 4. Okay, right. Now what I will also do is start to run a road on this side. Just so I know that that's going to sort that out. Right, okay, the last thing to do, of course, is our trading port for Sardinia, which we can put here at the end. Like so. There we go, let's start the campaign. Now hopefully it's not all going to collapse. One thing we are going to need is, as soon as we have enough workers, do another grain farm, definitely. And the reason we had 3 granaries is so we can separate out the food. So the first one is for grain, the second one is for vegetables, and the third one is for meats. The reason you do that is because as you progress with the campaigns and Caesar asks for different goods, you're able to stockpile one of them and the other 2 can continue without impediment. So basically the grain he's going to be asking for, as soon as he asks for it, I can start stockpiling it. So turn it off so the people can't eat it, and then build it up. So with 3 grain farms that will be more than enough. Okay, so we're waiting for people to move in. The desirability of that I didn't think was going to be good enough, but it was, so that's cool. Okay, so now we've just got to give it a little bit of time and wait for things to start happening. Okay, so they want entertainment, so that's something I must do before I forget. So let's go to our entertainment buildings. An Odeum first of all I will build, and I will place it just there. Yeah, that should reach all 3 of the villas. Okay, that should then make them happy, and there you go, that's evolving. Why is that important? Nice. Okay, so if we go to our advisors...
Our city doesn't have enough workers.
Yeah, I know. Now, if we go to the ratings...
Our favour with Rome must rise for the prestige of our city.
One of the hardest things you will find as we progress is the prosperity. Prosperity is not only dependent on the houses, especially the villas, but also generally how your money is doing. So if you spend too much money and go into the minus, you're going to trash your prosperity. Our target is 25. Our culture, you can see we're nearly there with 12. As soon as I build the Fieta, that will give us 15. So that will be that one done. Security will slowly go up because we're not going to be attacked. The prosperity, with 3 villas, that will be enough to reach the the target goal. Favour, as Caesar asks for grain, that will go up, and the population will go of its own accord. Okay, so just monitoring these, it's nice that they're going up. Means our money will also go up. Now we've got to wait for these houses to start upgrading, because next
Our city needs more workers.
Next I need to sort this out, and it will slowly cure itself as we get more plebs, as you're going to see, because they want basic goods. And of course I've got 2 types of basic goods being manufactured, so that should hopefully not take long. They'll be complaining there's no food, of course, until our food gets up and running, but that will sort itself out as we go along. What I will do is run another road there, so they don't have far to go to the town, so they can go straight across if they need. Okay, this space here I've left for the Fieta. I'm not putting that down yet because I've used up far too many workers. There we go, they've just upgraded. So if we give it a while, well, if I show you...
Our city needs...
Our favour with Rome must rise for the prestige of our city.
Because the villa's just evolved, this now will raise up, but it doesn't happen instantly. You have to give it a little while. So we'll check back in a second. Okay, we're waiting for these to evolve. Be interesting to see if I can do this campaign in the 30 minutes allotted. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if it's nearly complete when the timer goes, then I'll keep going. But if it looks like I've still got a long way to go, then I shan't. Okay, the next thing that I need to do, as soon as I get some workers, is some luxury goods. Because we really want these domus to evolve.
More attention must be paid.
Our city needs more workers.
Still got 73 open jobs. So,
Our city's cultural standard needs work.
see, our prosperity's gone to 9 now, which is cool. But we really need... See, no fountain water, which is not good. So what I'm going to do is put another small domus down. In fact... Let's see, how many did we need?
Our favour with Rome must rise.
Our city needs more workers.
So that means we're still 33 short. So I think I'll do another one in fact. Just to make sure we meet the target of having enough of these. Because without water, you're going to get in trouble fast. So that's given us 80 more of the Equitex.
Our city needs more workers.
Which covers what we need. Okay. Once I see that I'm getting enough food, I'll start stockpiling. So once these start giving food, once we start getting vegetables and meat, then I can start stockpiling. Okay, so I really want one of these to evolve, but just waiting for the basic goods. Let's check whether there's enough any workers working in here. There is. The olive farm is going. And what about the sheep farm? Where did I place the sheep farm? There, grain. That's the cattle. Did I not do a sheep farm? Oh, I forgot to do a sheep farm. Okay, I better do that. I don't know how, but let's just quickly do that. Bit silly of me. So, sheep farm. That's why it's... Oh, how annoying. That's why it wasn't evolving. Because I hadn't done a sheep farm. I should have known because I didn't see any sheep in here. There we go though. Doesn't matter. Easily rectified. The only thing it's cost us is a little time. But at least I had the olives going. So that should still enable my houses to evolve. Oops. Ooh, they're unhappy, but again, I won't worry about that too much. It's only because there's not enough workers at the moment. We're still doing okay for money, which is good. Notice I've not started trading yet because I don't want them taking my clothing, precious clothing, once I get it. Now that hopefully...
Remember, live with the legs, not the back.
Oh, it's vegetables going there. Okay, so it's the olive oil I'm waiting for. Right, okay, there's Caesar's first demand. So on hand I've got 5. So what we'll do...
Our city needs more work.
There are trade routes available that could be advantageous to our city.
So go to resources and stockpile the grain. Okay, when we've got enough it will tell us. We only need 5, so that's looking good. Again, I'd like to build another grain farm, but until these evolve, I'm stuck. Well, it will happen in due course. All of these will suddenly evolve, and then I'll have far too many workers. But then I can start making loads of farms, and it will all be good. Ah, right. Okay, there's the timer, but I believe there's still a couple of minutes to go before the 30-minute mark. So I will keep going because at some point these are actually going to give me some olive oil, and when they do, the houses will start evolving. Okay, let's speed it up. I can speed it up because I know I'm stockpiling the grain, and I know the game will tell me when I've got enough to ship. So I'm not concerned about speeding it up. Otherwise I wouldn't speed it up. Okay, I know there's goods getting down. Oh, there we go, started evolving. Cool. Now that will have a knock-on effect, because it means I'll have enough workers now to do the next resource which I need, which is the luxury goods. So I won't waste time, I will make the luxury goods, put them in place now. So what we're going to need for the luxury goods is 2 vineyards, 1 and 2, and we will need a grape farm. Can go there. Okay, they're going to now start making wine. We will now have another warehouse. Actually, we need to make 2 wine factories. So we'll put the warehouse there. And what we will do is put 2 wine factories just here. There we go. Let's run the road besides. Right. So that will now upgrade our Equitet houses. So what I will do is first go and check.
There are trade routes available.
Rome considers your efforts to be mediocre.
Okay, we've got that done, so let's ship it. When you ship...
Our favor with Rome must rise for the prestige of our city.
Okay, our security's done. Our culture will be done when I place the next cultural building. Our favour will go up once he receives the grain goods. It's our prosperity we need to work on, really, which I can now do now that I've put the wine in place. So let's just check the
Our
labour
city
force.
needs more workers.
Okay, we've got enough Equitets, that's what's important. Just now waiting for the buildings to evolve and have enough plebs. Okay, so the last entertainment structure. Okay, I've got the factories. Oops, I need to set that to wine. So grapes at 16 and wine at 4. Right, okay, need to now do the next entertainment building. which will be the theatre, which I just used up the space that I was going to put it there, so let's hope it will reach from here. Okay, if we check the overlay for entertainment, and first let's check the Odeum. Yeah, that covers the villas, which is the important one, and next the theatre. Well, we've got to wait for an actor to get there. Let's speed it up. That should be the actor. And there you are, all 3 villas are covered with that as well. Right, okay. That should now... That's enough citizens now for this campaign. The villas are evolving, and with the theatre, that should now complete this campaign. Okay, need to do desirability. So let's just put a plaza down. Like so. There we go. If we check now, I don't know why they're unhappy and they've moved out. That makes no sense. Okay, so they should all be at this stage. We'll evolve with exotic goods. Okay, if we check the advisors.
Our city needs more work.
Our favor with Rome must rise for the prestige of our city.
Nailed it. Nailed it. This one now, well, that last house devolving didn't help, so I've just got to wait for that. Favour. I could send Caesar a gift.
Rome considers your efforts to be mediocre.
To boost that. But I'm not going to bother
More
because
attention must be paid to our city's prosperity.
I wish there was a volume for them so I could just turn them off. Anyway, so there's no point in sending Caesar a bribe yet because I'm waiting for my prosperity. So it's just that, which I warned you right at the beginning, can be the most difficult. But this one will stop being upset with me, hopefully. I don't know why they're unhappy. They should have everything they need. See, I could just ship that. Ah, right, the resources.
Our favor with Rome must...
There are trade routes available that could be advantageous to our city.
Now, I don't know if it's because the houses are facing that way. Yeah, I think that's what it is, you know. So with the villas, I think it is important you face them the correct way. I did not realise that. Well, I'd forgotten that. Okay, so putting it like that, it should now be happy. This one, of course, can walk around, so that's why they're able to get in and out. So bear that in mind. With the villas, make sure you face the roads like that. That's a nuisance, because this campaign would have been long finished by now if it hadn't have been for me making that mistake. Doesn't matter though, I'm probably going to go 5 minutes over. I'm sure we can deal with that. Okay, straight away you can see it's evolving. And it will evolve automatically again. They do end up looking really nice later on. Okay, what I will do is wait for this to finish evolving. Cool, and this is with it on fast speed. There we go. Right, okay, now if we go to the advisors.
There are trade routes available.
Our favor with Rome
Nailed,
must rise for the
nailed.
prestige of our city.
Okay, I'm 2 points off. I think that's just the delay in waiting. For the favour, okay, I can go to
Rome
Imperial
considers your efforts to be mediocre.
and send a gift, but I'm not going to do
More
that
attention must be paid to our city's prosperity.
until my prosperity is good. Okay. Let's check the ratings again.
Our favour with Rome must rise for the prestige of our city.
Now it is 1 off. That might be because I'm not getting enough money through trading, so let's trade. There we go. Now I'm going to sell cloth. See, all my houses now are evolving. These have gone to the max level. So I've probably got too many workers now. Let's check.
Our favour with Rome.
We do not have enough jobs for all of our workers.
Right, okay, that's dangerous. So what we do is we will go to one of the small insulae and mothball it. What that now has done
We do not have enough jobs for all of our workers.
is brought that down a considerable amount. So 120. Let's have a look about doing one more house. Okay, I'm going to need to stockpile. So let's go.
We do not have enough.
There are trade routes available that could be advantageous to our city.
Okay, so what I want to do now is, if we mothball that one.
There are trade routes available that...
We do not have enough jobs
Perfect.
for all of our workers.
Unemployed epithets. Far too many, so what I will do, mothball one of them.
We do not have enough jobs for all
Perfect.
of our workers.
Okay, so that's the workers sorted out. Now let's check and see if my finances have improved.
We do not have a...
Our favour with Rome must rise
Done
for the
it.
prestige
Right,
of our
nailed.
city.
Okay, so favour, the last one for favour. I could wait to do more grain orders, but because I want to finish this video, let's go to Imperial.
Rome considers your efforts to be mediocre.
Send Rome a gift. And let's see, how much money have I got? 38, so I can only afford to send bracelets. Let's do it. 39. So if we go to
Our favour
ratings,
with Rome must
I'm
rise for
1
the
off.
prestige of our city.
It's a shame I haven't got the
Rome
money.
considers your efforts to be mediocre.
No, I don't have the money to send another small gift. Ah, but it's demanding food. So as soon as I have enough for this, then I should win this campaign. So let's go back to the map and wait for my grain to accumulate. Really, that's what I should have done when I had some more workers. It doesn't matter. Let's do that now, in fact. So I'm going to build a couple more grain fields. There we go. And another grain farm. Really don't care where I put it. Okay, yes, I should have done that sooner, the grain field, but there's so many things that you're overseeing and watching over. You don't always remember to upgrade some things, but anyway, you can see the grains piling up. Nearly there, only need 4 more. There we go. Right, go to the advisors.
Rome considers your efforts to be mediocre.
Ship. Go back to the game. Now, we should see me complete. Hopefully I've not gone too far over the time. Doesn't matter, you know that you stop the video when you don't want to watch anymore. Okay, right, okay. That's all now done. Let's give the food back.
Rome considers...
There are trade routes available that could
Always
be
remember to
advantageous
stop.
to our city.
Always remember to stop stockpiling once you've done the order. And that gives the workers and your people a lot more food to eat. Okay, let's check the ratings.
There are trade...
Our favour with Rome must rise for the prestige of our city.
So I'm still waiting for that last order, I believe, because it hasn't gone up at all. Okay, while I'm waiting, I will do another grain farm. Why not? So let's have a couple more grain fields. And a grain farm. It means, of course, I'm going to need more workers again now. See, there's another order for it. So what I'll do, go to resources.
Now a favor with Rome.
There are trade routes available that could be advantageous to our city.
And I'm going to now reactivate one of the small insulae. Check the workers.
There are trade routes available.
Our city needs more workers.
Okay, so this small insulae, take care of that. Okay, let's check the ratings again.
We do not have enough.
Now a favor with Rome must rise for the prestige of our city.
So is this the favour that I'm waiting for? Let's
Rome
see.
considers your efforts to be mediocre.
There we go. Done.
Congratulations, Governor. You have proven a worthy steward of Rome's newest lands. This is truly an auspicious beginning to your career.
Now, as you can see, if you are following my tutorials, that is what you should expect to see quite a bit. And I'm not bragging or boasting, it's just because I've played this game for so many hours you would not believe. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed this campaign on Syracuse. Goodbye.